So we've been doing Cinema Double Shot for a minute.
It's been a little bit more than a year.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, like, at what point you will get hair and makeup?
Hair and makeup for a podcast. Okay, crazy.
I try. I moisturize, I drink water, I exercise.
I mean, sometimes I exercise. I don't moisturize. I got some crackled fingers from all this cold.
Look, see, the thing is with my people,
Mm.
the ash levels are apparent when you're not lotioning yourselves.
Yeah. My ashiness is well hidden.
But I know you can feel it.
I can feel it.
The feeling of ashiness is the worst.
I've got sandpaper knuckles.
I'd rather, like, I wish ashiness didn't feel the way it, like, when you think of ash, you're like, I really feel like ash. I feel like ash today. That should be a t-shirt.
You make me feel
like,
you make me feel
like
you
ash.
make me feel like a puddle of ash.
Welcome, folks, to this this edition of Cinema Double Shot with Wallace McKelvey and myself, Paul Hood.
Yeah.
We are in the Midtown section of the frozen tundra of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And today, we are going to talk about some black-ass movies. No, we're going to talk about black cinema because it is Black History Month. And we're just going to, chop it up and talk about some of our favorite movies featuring black artists in the industry. So, yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, the way you pitched this to me was you want to talk about the blackest films ever.
Yes. Blackest films ever.
All respect to our friend Juan, who has an improv show called The Blackest
Thing
Ever.
Which we've both been on.
Which we've both been panelists on. It's a great show. Shout out to Juan. If you don't follow him, go get it.
Yeah.
Go do it. Blackest Thing Ever, I'm pretty sure it's going to be on again in Harrisburg Fringe.
Yeah.
And check him out at the Harrisburg Improv Theater as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So he's a local gem here in the city. So check him out.
Yeah.
Right.
But what do you think of when you think of the blackest film ever?
Actually, I just I like to think about movies that like inspired me throughout my career in indie film, as well as with the work I do in theater. So for me, because I grew up in the 80s and 90s, so I think one of my favorite, we've talked about him before, Spike Lee. Spike Lee was like the first movie that I saw, obviously for a lot of us, was Do the Right Thing. I saw Do the Right Thing before I saw She's Gotta Have It, which is another great movie by Spike Lee. Which is also a really good series on Netflix, if you can find it. I think it ran 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah,
and it was really.
It was one of those early gems.
Yeah,
like back when Netflix was doing like really cool cutting edge stuff.
Yeah. So before Netflix started greenlighting just about everything,
the algorithms took over.
Yeah, but for me, when I think of black cinema, I think of really there's our stories and things we want to focus on, and share with audiences, our audiences. So, there's the classics like Boys in the Hood, and then you have newer ones that are like even Black Panther, and then Moonlight, which was a great movie. Which Moonlight took us to a whole nother side of the Black experience.
Well, and something that you don't see in a lot of what we think of as Black cinema is like the gay experience.
Yes, exactly.
They're out there, but they're few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
And that film also, like, Best Picture.
Yep.
Arguably Best Picture should have been Do the Right Thing. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And similarly, like Malcolm X,
mm-hmm.
you could argue, but like that should have been in the like real conversation.
Yeah.
Back in what, like 92?
93.
93? Yeah.
I'll never forget that experience of going to see that movie. That was the first, well, not the first, was it the first? I don't know. Movie that actually had an intermission. I don't know if you remember that. It had an intermission. I was like, I've never been to a movie that had a break.
Yeah.
And now it's more common.
Well, back in the day, like, not that we do not need to talk about this movie, but
yeah.
I'm thinking like Gone with the Wind.
Mm-hmm.
Like those movies, the epics from the 30s, 40s, 50s, it was pretty common to have an intermission.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened, but somewhere along the line, the studios stopped making. They kept making long movies,
mm-hmm.
but they stopped putting intermissions in them.
I wonder if that's like confidence in the film or just arrogance.
Or disrespect.
Disrespect.
It's
like, look, how long
the
is
size of the bladder of the American audience.
It's almost like they sat around in the meeting room, and they were like the production meeting, and they were like, "How long is this movie?" It's about 4 hours. All right. So how great is the material? We have really great material. They'll stick it out.
Well, I'm thinking like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a bunch of recent movies that should have had intermissions.
Yes.
Even
The
now,
Brutalist.
The Brutalist needed an intermission.
Yeah.
There was one, wasn't
there?
There
was one. Yeah.
Yeah. Brutalist. Thank you. Thank you for that intermission.
Yeah.
But like Marty, Killers of the Flower Moon needed an intermission, and we didn't get one.
No.
You need to let people go to the
been,
bathroom.
That could have been one of those deals where they just released the second part, like.
They could have split it up.
They could have split it up into 2 films.
Yeah.
But, Scorsese.
Although that didn't work out too well for Wicked, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Part 2 didn't get any Oscar nominations.
They got snubbed big time.
And everyone I know was kind of disappointed by it, especially the theater kids.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, we're getting way off track.
This is what we do. This is
Spike Lee
what we
was
do here.
smart.
Yeah.
Spike Lee put an intermission in his longest film. Is it his longest film? It feels like his longest film.
Malcolm X was his longest.
Yeah. It's like three hours and change.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think he's made any, as far as time length. I don't think he's made anything that long since.
Yeah. But the point, Malcolm X is an epic film.
Yes.
And I think what kind of makes that cool is he is giving someone who deserves that level of treatment in that film, who deserves the prestige biopic treatment.
Yes.
He's giving it to someone who we haven't seen very much of that in black cinema prior to that point.
I hope we get it with the new Michael Jackson biopic coming out. Forgive me, I don't remember the title.
I think it's just Michael.
Is it Michael?
I think it's just Michael.
And I don't even know who the director is, but
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
We don't have any shame, as you can see. We have our devices.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if I can find.
We just look stuff up because
this is amazing podcasting. Keep riffing while I look this up.
We don't have a research team. We don't have a research team that sits over there.
Oh, Antoine Fuqua. According to Google.
Antoine Fuqua's directing?
Yeah, of Training Day.
Yeah, and Antoine Fuqua's... speaking of black directors...
He has made some great
Training
films.
Day is still one of my favorite movies.
They have a $155 million budget for the new Michael Jackson biopic. It better be good for that amount of money.
Yeah, I mean, they better have a smashing weekend.
Yeah.
First weekend, which I think it will because...
Oh, look, Nia Long is coming back.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her in anything in a minute.
Is she in the cast?
She plays Michael Jackson's mom. Ooh,
Nia
Long is gunning for that Oscar.
Yeah.
She's gunning.
She's gunning.
And Coleman Domingo plays the dad.
He's playing Joe Jackson?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And Miles Teller plays a lawyer. Okay.
Yeah. It's a good cast.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm a little sus on musical biopics because a lot of them aren't very good.
Yeah, there's been a few in the last
some
few years
duds.
that were...
Even the ones that get Oscar nominations, I'm like, I did not enjoy that. I'm not going to name it.
What we have to stop doing as audience members for these biopics is going in thinking, I'm going to get to see the whole span of this person's life.
Which I think that's what they're doing with Michael.
Yeah, which is good because he deserves that. Not that the other artists didn't deserve it. They deserved it too. But like, what was the one with about Dylan with Timothy Chalamet?
Yeah, they just picked one
part of his life.
Yeah.
And people were like thinking they were going to get this epic biopic about Bob Dylan's life from, when he left,
cradle to grave.
Yeah, when he left Dinkytown and came all the way to, the village, East Village in New York City.
Where is Dinkytown?
From Minneapolis.
Won't you take me to Dinkytown? Won't you take me to Dinkytown?
I think it's a small part of the area around the University of Minnesota.
Okay.
So
wait, is this a real place?
Yeah, it's Minneapolis. He's from Minnesota.
Is that what they call
Look
Minneapolis?
Look it up. Since we're doing incredible research on cinema doubles.
Dinkytown.
Yeah.
Dinky. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I should not have doubted you.
No, that's fine. You didn't know.
Dinkytown is a vibrant commercial district near the University of Minnesota in Minneapolis.
Trust me, I have like a stack of Bob Dylan biographies in my office.
No, I know you like Bob. We had a whole ass conversation about that movie. I should not doubt you, but calling a neighborhood Dinkytown.
Hey.
Oh, where'd you grow up? Oh, I came straight out off the streets of Dinkytown.
The hood of Dinkytown.
See, folks, you learn something every day.
Yes.
The neighborhood around the University of Minnesota in Minneapolis, which, shout out to Minneapolis.
Yeah, Minneapolis.
Y'all have been through the ringer, and you are doing good work. Yeah, you're holding up strong. We are with you.
We're with you, definitely.
Yes. But Dinkytown. Yeah, Bob, we're still straying away from the topic of the day.
I said I said it like you would know, but yeah, he's from Dinkytown. Like,
not straight out of Compton, straight out of Dinkytown.
but back to what we, but yeah, so people are going in thinking we're going to get the whole, and that's the one thing I do like about, directors like Spike Lee and even Antoine Fuqua taking on these icons, is that the studios have enough faith, finally, in black directors where they're like, tell the whole story of this person's life.
Yeah.
And, no disrespect to the white directors out there that have taken on epic stories like what Spielberg did with Color Purple, which is a classic novel that he took on and made an incredible film with. But it seems like at this point in black cinema, it shouldn't be an issue with us taking on longer projects or bigger.
If you think about like the works that we consider to be the tent poles of early black Hollywood cinema, a lot of them are white directors.
Yeah,
like The Wiz, the all black musical version of Wizard of Oz.
Yep.
Great film. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of it. I think you are too.
Oh, I love it. You
mentioned it. Yeah. Like, it's a great film, but it was directed by Sidney Lumet.
Yeah.
Similarly, like if you go back to the all black cast musicals, like there's a period in the late 30s, early 40s where we got a bunch of them. Mm-hmm. But if you look at who is behind the scenes on those films, like the Lena Horne one, Cabin in the Sky, is by Vincent Minnelli. Wow. Possibly the whitest white director you can get. So white that he was. Oh, anyway, I'm not going to go there. But he was the whitest white director you can imagine, and one of the kind of the representation of black culture that we got, that like the broader American movie-going public got in the 40s. Yeah, it was directed by a white guy. Mm-hmm. And that trend like continues on and on and on. I think it's a fair argument to make. We have seen so many like white icons get the cradle to grave treatment. Mm-hmm. Yep. Black people deserve that too.
Yes, we do. Yeah. Yes, we do.
But Malcolm X is a great example, even like just from an artistic point of view.
Yeah.
I don't mind that it borders on cradle to grave a little bit, because number one, the story is that fascinating.
Yes.
Number two, the performances across the board, not just Denzel, but the cast, fantastic.
Yes.
And
everything was great in that movie. There, the production design, the costumes, the cinematography. Ernest Dickerson. Shout out to Ernest Dickerson, is one of the premier black cinematographers. He's also a great director. He directed Juice, which is a great story about teens growing up in in New York City, and Tupac plays like one of the classic villains in black cinema in this movie, and like just showing audiences like that part of black life that some of the things that we deal with in trying to survive in the hood or whatever, it was incredible. But I love Ernest Dickerson. I wish he did more movies.
Yeah. Well, I think he slowed down. Mm-hmm. I hope he's not dead.
Ooh.
I hope he's not dead.
You know what? I sometimes when
you don't hear from somebody in a minute,
like vanishes.
No, he's still alive.
Good.
He's still there.
I'm pretty sure we would have heard.
He's 74, but it's been a minute since he's done anything.
Yeah, he's 74?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, his last movie was 2017, and then his last like TV episode.
Did he? Was he a cinematographer on the project, or was he?
No, directing.
Directing.
Yeah, he switched to directing basically full time.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so he's as recently as last year he directed an episode of TV.
Yeah, I think he's doing more TV.
He's still doing stuff. Yeah. It's just he's not getting big budget Hollywood productions.
Sometimes directing for episodic television is actually a more stable as far as for your career.
Well, and that's another thing I'd like to talk about is like how many black directors get one shot. You know, because you have your Spike Lees.
Yeah.
And I think with Spike Lee, number one, he, from what I've seen, not that I know the man, but he seems like a very headstrong person who does not take no for an answer. He doesn't mind working on like very low budgets. Yeah. So he continues to crank out work even when he's not the hot thing in Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, he can afford to do that in his career.
And he has his own production company.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he's gotten to an echelon where he's able to secure financing even if he has to make certain sacrifices in order to get his project made. Yeah. But there's a ton of really wonderful under the radar, and a lot of them happen to be women. So you've got that double bind where you're also a woman in a largely male world in addition to being a person of color. But
one of those one-shot directors is now a huge director. It is Ryan Coogler, who they, with Fruitvale Station, they gave him, they let him take on that story, and it was a huge success. I think him teaming up with Michael B. Jordan, because they have such a great relationship, they were able to take that chemistry that they have and work on Creed, and then he got Black Panther, and now is with Sinners. It's the sky's
it's kind of they kind of have the Scorsese De Niro relationship. From early in from the 70s, where like they have worked on like most of Coogler's films. Have involved Michael B. Jordan in one capacity or another. Yes. And they've kind of built each other's careers up as they go along.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do next after Sinners. Like, where do you go after something like a masterpiece? Yeah. Speaking of filmmakers of color, I mean,
well, and we
M. Night Shyamalan, like what's the Sixth Sense was so amazing. Yeah. Like, where did and it kind of hurt his career a little bit.
I don't know about that.
Well, I don't want to say
Shyamalan like made a couple really good films after that.
He made a lot of good.
But then he cashed in all his chips on like Lady in the Water.
Yeah. And which I actually liked. Well, all right, I don't know why. I think it's the and you know me, Wallace. I love the abstract. I like the philosophical. So I think, and the fact that he made that film, and this I don't know if this is true or not, but I've read that he made this film. He made it for his kids.
Yeah,
who are now adults.
Like a fairy tale for his kids.
Yeah.
That he told to them at bedtime, which is sweet.
Yeah.
And there are parts. I don't want us to go way off down the rabbit hole of M. Night Shyamalan, but I respect his work. I think he's done some great movies, even the ones that are like Cuckoo Banana Pants. Well, like The Happening. The Happening.
Yeah, The Happening was.
The Happening is a ridiculous film. I don't know what he was directing the two leads in that movie, Zooey Deschanel and Marky Mark.
And it has one of the creepiest scenes in it I've ever seen, and you have to watch the movie just for this scene. I'm not going to spoil it, but
The Happening has lots of cool shit in it. It's got some really great horror set pieces. That opening went hard, and I was expecting the rest of the movie to go that hard, and it only intermittently does. Yeah. Plus, you've got two crazy performances at the front of it, which I don't even blame Marky Mark or Zooey Deschanel for doing what they did, but like makes me wonder what conversations were going on behind the scenes. Yeah. Anyway, and Lady in the Water has a magnificent set. Like they built much of that for real. There's green screens in the background and stuff, and lots of special effects, but they built that apartment complex. Yeah, that was some Hitchcock level stuff.
Bucks County, right?
I don't know if they filmed that in Bucks County.
He filmed a lot of his earlier.
Like the village. He created the whole village in the Philly burbs. Yeah, and anyway, We're getting off track.
Well, yeah, we're getting off track.
But that's okay.
But that's what we do.
Shout out to M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah,
I love most of your work.
Yes.
Some of it goes off the rails, but that's okay.
Yes,
that happens.
I was actually an extra in one of M. Night's movies, Knock at the Cabin.
The Kill Your Queers movie.
Kill Your Queers. Is that what Knock at the Cabin?
Knock at the Cabin
That's
is code for Kill Your Queers. Watch the end of that movie and tell me I'm wrong.
Shout out to the second unit crew that I worked with on that, because I was sick as a dog throughout that shoot.
Oh, so you got the whole crew sick, huh?
It was, I found out, let me just, like, disclaimer, it was allergies, but it was bad. I thought it was the thing.
Did you think it was Rona?
I thought it was Rona.
Oh no.
Yeah. I thought it was the John. I thought I had the John on set. I didn't have the John though. It was just allergies, but it was bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to all the great people I met on that set. Chris Rupert, Suji, Suji Cruz is on set with me. Greg Papa, all these great actors and directors that I work with now. But thank you for that, for support. But yeah, black cinema.
All right, back to black.
So I'm just gonna jump into. So I compiled. Well, I didn't compile it. The internet compiled it. But
you curated it.
Curated, yes.
Yeah.
So I typed in Google.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Did you use the
I didn't use the Google AI.
You used the AI?
Yeah. But now it's like the whole thing with AI.
Well, AI is now automatic.
It's automatic.
You can't like not use it. If you're even on Google, if you're doing a Google search, the first thing it does is it does that little crawl thing, and then it like loads up what Google thinks you should know about things.
Yeah, I did that,
and
for
that's some
River City
dangerous
Stories
stuff.
once.
That's some dangerous stuff. It'll tell you the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So disclaimer out there, I'm not anti-AI per se, but like it has uses, very specific uses, and it also has things that it cannot do.
Yeah.
Do not rely on AI for all your stuff, because you're going to get spun backwards.
You're going to get spun back. I mean, the type of AI I like is like my Roomba vacuum. The Roomba vacuum, and, stuff like that. Yes.
Cut to when Roomba attacks.
Roomba attacks. Starts chasing your dogs and cats.
All right, let's go with your first thing.
Top five. Top five.
When Roomba attacks.
When Roomba attacks. All right. Coming to a theater near you. All right. So the top five black classic and influential picks for black films. Of course, Do the Right Thing. Malcolm X. Spike has two in there, so that's great. Then The Color Purple. And then Boys in the Hood. And then when we want to, more modern, up-to-date films, or Black Panther, Moonlight. Wow, Moonlight came out in 2016.
Yeah.
That is 10 years old now.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
Get Out was 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther was 2018. Where's time going? These movies are almost 10 years old. Well, Moonlight's over 10 years old now. Well, 10 years. Wow. And then there's other fan favorites and critically acclaimed. Of course, Coming to America, Menace to Society, Friday, Love and Basketball, and Creed, which came out in 2015. Friday is 95. I'm aging myself. I've seen all of these movies. Love and Basketball, that's one of my least favorite. I'm sorry. I don't know why I didn't.
The Love and Basketball heads are coming at you.
Oh my God, they're going to kill me.
I like Love and Basketball, by the way.
Maybe I need to watch it again.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what it was that it didn't grab me like these other movies did. I don't know. But yes, so those are the ones that are out there on the interwebs. What's hit us up on the on our what is it, the message board on the YouTube where you can leave a message.
I mean, on YouTube or on Spotify, wherever. Just find us.
What are your top 5 black films that you like?
I do want to point out, so that list that Google curated for you, that you just regurgitated.
I regurgitated.
Like, what do you notice about that list?
It's not a deep dive.
Well, yeah, not a deep dive.
It's not a deep dive.
Google does not give you deep dives.
No, it's going to give you those.
But I also feel like it's worth pointing out, only one of those movies was by a black woman.
Yes. Only one.
Gina Prince Bythewood directed Love and Basketball. Mm-hmm. But the rest of those movies were all by men.
Shout out to Gina Prince Bythewood, who's an amazing director.
Yeah.
She's worked on a lot of projects, so...
Yeah, Beyond the Lights is another good one by her. It's about a up-and-coming pop singer and all the crazy things that she has to overcome. But I want to do a quick shout-out because, you can't really argue with that list. Yeah. There's lots of good stuff in there. But I want to kind of finish my thought on black female directors.
Let's go.
Because they tend to get the short shrift.
Yes.
You've got that double bind where not only are you a person of color, but you're also a woman. And very often what I see with black female directors is they get one shot. Mm-hmm. They get one shot at a decently budgeted Hollywood production. And if it doesn't succeed, which very often they are set up to fail, it is that much more difficult for them to get another film financed. So I want to shout out a few movies that I just freaking love that I don't hear talked about enough, and that I think are on the same tier as those other movies.
Yes.
So right off the bat, Julie Dash, Daughters of the Dust. And if you're familiar with some of the stylings that Beyonce has taken on in her music videos, Beyonce cribbed liberally from this movie, Daughters of the Dust.
Wow.
It is set in on the Barrier Islands in South Carolina and Georgia, turn of the century, and about the kind of travails of this all black community, during after the Civil War, kind of in having their own community that they're trying to build up and raise up the people around them. And while they certainly have it's a movie about struggles, but it's not just about struggles either. It's about the joys, it's about the sense of coming together. And I think more people need to see Daughters of the Dust. Right now, if you're a film nerd and you have Criterion Channel, it's on Criterion Channel. Drop whatever you're doing, even if that means stopping, hitting pause on this podcast and coming back to it. Come back to it.
Yes, please come back.
But go see Daughters of the Dust. Have you seen Daughters of the Dust?
I haven't seen it.
All right.
I'm excited for this list because I'm sure there's some movies on here that I haven't seen.
I'm a film nerd. I've seen almost everything.
Yes.
And
Wallace is an encyclopedia of cinema, and it's really cool to have him mention these movies that you would normally not even hear about. So no, it's really cool because I always try to find new things to watch. Lately, I've been watching a lot of episodic television. And speaking of episodic television, I would like to give a shout out to Issa Rae, who has done some incredible stuff with Insecure.
Yeah.
Even her old stuff, like a Diary of an Insecure Black Woman, I think that's the title. If you can find that stuff on YouTube, watch it. It's hilarious, and it's the setup for what became Insecure on HBO, which was a huge hit. I think it ran like 5 seasons, but it was just the right amount of time for that story. And it's very like solid character development. Like all these characters evolved in this. Even the characters that were kind of like less rounded, everyone had their evolution. It was really, and it's hilarious. It's funny. You get to see a side of black life that sometimes studios are afraid to show you. So check it out, Insecure on HBO. 5 seasons. It's really good.
Yeah. Oh wait, did she write?
And most of the episodes are directed by black women.
Oh, she produced.
Yes.
She produced. Have you seen One of Them Days?
I think I have.
It's with SZA.
Yeah.
And Keke Palmer.
That's the comedy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a total...
Not directed by a woman. Directed by Lawrence Lamont. But One of Them Days is just a blast of pure joy.
Yeah.
And if you like Insecure, it rhymes.
Yeah.
It's a film that is kind of pitched in the same register. Some of the similar like thematic stuff, but just a fun movie.
Yeah.
It like reminded me a little bit of Friday.
Yeah, Friday, that's what made Friday amazing.
Yeah.
Because when people think about black men and women that live in urban areas, they think everything is oppressive and everyone's angry, and it's always just about trial and tribulation. Sometimes it's just a normal day, and you see all the absurdities and all the joyful moments, and that's why what made Friday such a hit is people were like, that was so relatable. That was like when I was younger and growing up, I used to spend summers with my uncles, and I don't know if there's. This is so funny to me. Like, my uncles were the same age as me, so like I always thought they were like my cousins. You know what I mean? I'm like, you're my uncle. Like we're the same age. It was so bizarre. But
I have something similar. Yeah. No, I want you to keep talking about this, but I have something similar going on in my family.
Yeah.
Because my dad was in his late 50s when he had me. Mm-hmm. So he was an old dad who had a previous family prior to, the one that I know.
Yeah.
I am technically the uncle of a bunch of nephews, but my nephews are older than me.
Yeah.
Most of them. Only one of them is like we were born around the same time.
An old, like a young, like
a young uncle. A young uncle.
That's so bizarre. Like it's because I always thought they were my cousins. So like, that was Friday when Friday came out. I was like, that's what I used to do with my uncles. Like we would just hang out, and we'd be on the porch or. In Alabama, every house has a carport.
Yeah.
Even when I see carports now in like homes in Pennsylvania, I'm like, that looks like a house in Alabama.
Yeah. The other side of my family lives in North Carolina, and that's just a southern thing.
That's a southern thing.
Like, everyone has a carport.
Yeah.
And my family not so much because the patriarch of that side of the family is like a Southern Baptist minister.
Yeah.
But like, there's a whole thing where like you hang out under the carport.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. We hung out under the carport. We played checkers. We put insects in jars. Hornets can really fight. Hornets are like the ninjas of the insect world. But anyway, so that's what we did. And Friday represented that for every black person. And it's really cool. And I was like, I feel like I'm hanging out with, Craig and Day Day, and like it was just a great movie.
Yeah, and I think that's a trap that some black cinema, and I would say especially black cinema, quote unquote, that has been directed by white men. You know, like there are real struggles, like generational, intergenerational struggles in the black community, for sure. But some movies like fall into this trap where it's all just downcast, grinding out.
Yeah.
Like it's you know, it's just suffering. Which suffering is part of the human experience.
Yeah.
And I'm not equipped to talk about this because white. But it is also part of the black experience for obvious reasons. But it's not the only part of it.
Yeah, and that's why what's happening now in black cinema is special, because now we can, if we do tell the stories that represent the things that we struggle with, like race relations and people, I hate to use the word glomming, but when people glomming onto black culture, it's like, should we let them in? Which is the theme in Sinners. It's like, we don't want to let you in here because, this is our space. Yeah. So we can't let you in so you can infiltrate it and then, use it for your own benefit, when you really don't want to be around this anyway. And that's why Sinners was so great. Now, think about the themes in Sinners. If that would have been made in like the 90s or early 2000s, I mean, would people have been like, "Oh, it's a vampire movie? I don't want to see that." You know what I mean? Now we can tell these stories in a more nuanced and philosophical manner, and people will accept it more. If Beale Street Could Talk was a great movie about, a relationship between, it's about, the movie's about choices, the characters. There was a choice made, and the relationship kind of,
it presents like a complicated account of sexual misconduct. Basically an allegation of rape.
Yeah, but it's a great movie about the relationships between black men and women. So yeah, we can tell these kind of stories now, which is a nice step forward.
I like what I really appreciate about Sinners, beyond just like, you can enjoy Sinners on a surface level. Yeah, it is a good vampire movie, but it also deals with really incredibly still relevant issues of the way America has treated its black population. But it also has layered on top of that. It has the Irish experience. Yes. Because those are the people who are like trying to get in. And Ryan Coogler doesn't water down any of the arguments. Like, the head of that clan of Irish vampires makes a really good case for why the black folks should join his side and attack the other white people. Like, he presents a very convincing argument, and what we see is that is actually convincing to the one spoiler alert, but it is convincing to at least one of the brothers. And even that tavern that is a mostly black space, they still have, they have their Asian friends who they let in. They have the mixed race person that they let in. So there's all this like kind of really complicated approach, justifiably, to issues that are complicated. And Ryan Coogler kind of like grabbed up all this complex stuff and like snuck it in. He snuck it into the
He
Metroplex.
snuck it in under the guise of a really dynamic relationship between two twin brothers. The Bayou South, the everything. Just go see Sinner. Who hasn't seen it?
I mean, if you haven't seen Sinners already, that's on you.
That's your fault. So you got to see this movie. So yeah.
I also want to go back to the black women.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's go back to the black women for another. And who knows, this might inspire another tangent.
Yeah.
I really love Ava DuVernay.
She's great.
I think she is one of the best directors working today.
Yeah.
She's gotten some of her flowers, but she hasn't had a real breakthrough moment the way that Ryan Coogler has.
Yeah.
And one thing I love about Ava DuVernay is like her backstory is she did publicity. She was like a press agent for other filmmakers and working in Hollywood. She always knew she wanted to direct. So her first film, which I highly recommend seeking this out it's not that gettable. The last I checked, it actually wasn't streaming anywhere, but you can rent it. And I believe there was a DVD of it pressed that you might be able to find at like a library or something. But I Will Follow. It was a film that Ava DuVernay, it was her first film. She self-financed it largely and has like $100,000 budget, which in indie filmmaking isn't that much. Yeah. It's more than what Paul and I have for River City Stories.
Oh my gosh, our budget's like...
We have a pizza budget.
But LaCroix and pizzas.
But I Will Follow, it's set in a single location, and it's about someone who is cleaning up the house of her deceased aunt and processing both the joy and the pain of grieving this person who was so essential in her life. It's got great performances. It looks beautiful. Despite being super low budget, Ava managed to do a lot with that. But then just because she made a really great movie, the movie wasn't a hit. It got like a blink and you'll miss it release. Yeah. And she had to keep grinding, and she kept grinding. She managed to make a big budget movie for Disney called the adaptation of A Wrinkle in Time, which I think is a really fascinating treatment of that story that makes it more diverse, adds different people into the mix of a story that on its face.
Didn't Oprah Winfrey produce that?
Oprah Winfrey produced it, yeah.
Yeah.
And that movie, I think it's interesting. I think it's worth seeing, but it was a flop. And so Ava has continued having to, like what you described before, she has branched off into TV. So she did a bunch of stuff in TV in the meantime and has flourished in television, even as her film work has been kind of an uphill battle. Yeah. And a couple years ago, she did make another movie. I would highly recommend seeking it out. Gosh, I'm blanking on it.
Well, while you're blanking,
yeah,
just a real quick. I don't know if this is a sidebar or not, but for all you young directors and writers out there, we love film, we love movies, but you can also make really good or great television too, which is happening, thank goodness, because for a while there, throughout the early 2000s, even the 2010s, we were getting a lot of reality shows, and writers weren't getting solid work, and directors weren't getting projects on television that were interesting.
I mean, it's always a struggle,
yeah.
Right? No matter who you are, no matter what you're doing, it's a struggle to get on TV because a lot of the streaming services are cutting back on the projects that they're funding now.
Yep.
And, film industry is struggling because of streaming, too. Because streaming came in and kind of ate its lunch.
Yeah.
And the average person doesn't go to the movie theater anymore. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's a whole other subject.
It's a whole other subject. But I'm saying...
But if
what
you
I'm
have
saying
a story that you need to tell, you'll find a way to tell it. So, but don't just, jump on the film side and think, oh, no one's watching my movies, or no one's understanding the stories I want to tell. You just gotta find your place. So don't shortchange yourself as far as your career objective. So, yeah. So the Ava DuVernay movie that I was thinking of, it's called Origin, and it is this is the thing that tripped me up. It's based on a book called Caste, and it is a relatively low budget, but a really sprawling look at the way that, basically a look at intolerance. That, the protagonist is actually the author of the book. It was a nonfiction book, but Ava did an adaptation of the book, but made it more the story of the writing of the book. And the protagonist kind of traverses the globe telling stories about intolerance in various cultures, typically tied to race.
Wow.
And the film, which is like a 2.5-hour epic treatment of this book, but it tells a bunch of these intersecting stories of intolerance and caste systems and how they operate and the effect that they have on one family.
Wow.
And it's really cool. It should have been up for Oscars the year that it was released, but
yeah,
it happens.
It happens.
Sometimes that stuff doesn't materialize for various reasons.
Yeah.
But go check out the work of Ava DuVernay. I look up to her. I have tremendous respect for what she's done, because every time she's hit a wall, she's found a way through it.
Yeah.
Over, under, out, or through.
Yeah.
When she ran into issues financing a film, she went to TV.
Yeah.
When she found a story that she really wanted to tell, she found a way to strip things from the screenplay so that she could make it on a lower budget. When she wanted to break into the system, she funded it herself.
Yep.
And that's what you have to do. And especially if you're from a minority group, that goes double.
Yeah.
You have to do what you have to do.
And studios want our stories. And it's not a pandering thing either, I don't think. I think they really genuinely want us to be able to have the platforms to, present things that move us as black men and women. So, when you have, a white producer or, a film company that's ran by people that are not like you, don't discount it and say, oh, well, they don't really want to tell my story. They just want, this is an exploitive, thing that they want to exploit. They want to exploit our culture. Not everyone's a culture vulture is the term. So I think they want to see our work. They want to see our stories. Even with River City Stories, people are really interested in what, we're trying to share with our audiences out there. So,
and that's a conversation that the two of us have had, with River City Stories.
Yeah.
Because, obviously, I'm white.
Yeah.
You're black.
I'm black. I just found out 3 hours ago.
Surprise!
I'm a brother. Oh my goodness. I've arrived.
You've arrived at Paul's coming out party as a black man. I'm so proud of you. You're so strong.
It's yes! I made it.
Also, I'm gay. This is my coming out.
Oh my goodness.
But there's a way to tell these stories, and there's also a way to be authentic. We throw around the word in our culture these days a lot in ways that seem... We use that word authentic in ways that make it seem inauthentic sometimes.
Yeah.
You get
the
what I'm
irony
saying?
in that is crazy.
But there's a way to be real and also yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think some of the best of this work is that. That is what it is. Like, Do the Right Thing is Spike Lee being real.
Yep.
I Will Follow is Ava DuVernay being real.
Yep.
Like, these are some of the best movies that we have, and it's people being themselves.
This is a request for local cinemas in the area. For Black History Month, let's see more of the Black stories. That'd be great. I think, I just haven't seen a lot of, Black films even in like the big box theaters, like the re-release of movies that are like important, like Malcolm X, Do the Right Thing, especially now with the current climate.
Yeah.
A lot of these movies are things that offer inspiration to anybody, not just Black people, but people that are really are out here fighting for causes. I think it would be really cool to see just a lot of re-releasing of these movies in independent cinemas throughout the area. So that's just I just want to throw that out there.
And also, like, support people who are doing the work now.
Yeah.
Like Ava DuVernay, not to continue harping on that, because that's just one of many examples. Yeah. But like Origin did not get played in very many theaters at all. The I saw it because eventually it showed up on Hulu like 6 months after it was in a handful of theaters.
And that's wild because I thought it was made for Hulu when it came out. So
yeah. And like I Will Follow, it's really hard to find that movie now. It was on Netflix for like half a minute when Ava made the documentary 13th. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've seen that, it's about the 13th Amendment. It's really hard to find these movies.
It's hard to find a lot of, not just Black movies, it's hard to find a lot of movies that, like, all right, so this is way off the type of movies we're talking about now, but
it's okay, go there.
Yeah, I'm going there. Like one night, it was a month back in the summer, like I think it was like June or July, and I was like, I want to watch all the movies that I liked as a child, like all the stuff that came out in the 80s. I was like, I want to start with Goonies. Couldn't find it on any of the...
Yeah.
I was like, where are these movies? Like, why are they so hard to find? Why is it so hard to find Close Encounters of the Third Kind on Netflix or even Prime? Like, where are these movies? Like, why are they so hard to find? So...
Yeah. I mean, one trick that I use, I go to justwatch.com. It's a really cool aggregator that will tell you where to find something. But you're right. Like, there's a whole swath of our movie history, and quite frankly, a lot of it is Black cinema too.
Yeah.
Is just inaccessible.
Yeah, it's hard.
A lot of independent, even non-independent movies. Like there's tons of movies that they were popular at the time, but because of how complex the licensing agreements have gotten, and there's a move to like streaming, but away from physical media. Mm-hmm. It's really hard to find these movies sometimes. And that's why, I encourage folks, like, don't give up on them.
Yeah.
But like sometimes you have to put in extra work to find them, sadly.
JustWatch.com.
JustWatch.com
Yeah.
is one resource. Another one is sometimes you just have to buy the movie. I have a very large physical media collection, in part because I saw the writing on the wall like a decade ago.
Yeah.
When, movies would just disappear off of Netflix and no one else would pick them up and they'd just be gone. If you own I'm getting up, promise I'm going to put a stop to this TED Talk.
I'm already regretting getting rid of my DVD player.
Yeah.
Like, I had a little DVD player. I was like, they're not gonna make DVDs
Listen,
anymore.
folks, don't get rid of all your physical media. If you have a movie you love, don't assume that it's going to be available on streaming forever, because it just won't.
Yeah.
And in some ways, when the more that corporate entities have taken over and they control the distribution systems, there's less of a business imperative, to keep the more kind of interesting, marginal storytelling, innovative storytelling. If those movies don't get a lot of eyeballs, well, the streaming services aren't going to renew the distribution contracts to keep them in front of people. They're just not. So you have to support your filmmakers who are alive and breathing. This is a little self-serving on our part, but support your local filmmakers who are doing interesting work in the here and now. But also, if you love a movie, don't assume it's going to be on streaming forever. Go out and buy a copy of it and keep it so that you can revisit it on your own terms.
So all the movies we mentioned today, go buy them like right now.
Which that makes me be like, I need to find I Will Follow. I need to find the DVD because I need a copy of I Will Follow. I love that film. Yeah. It is such a beautiful piece of work, and all the more beautiful for the story behind how it was made. I love Ava DuVernay. Ava, I wish you had unlimited budgets and could work on anything you wanted.
There's that.
I'm sending that out. That intention, I'm sending it out in the universe.
Yes.
And there's a slew of other ones. I'm just going to go off.
Yeah.
I'm going to go off. Julie Dash, who is, I believe, still living, she did a lot of music videos. Like she did a ton of music videos, in part because no one was giving her money to make movies. But Daughters of the Dust, go see Daughters of the Dust. It's a freaking masterpiece. Casey Lemmons, who did I Love Eve's Bayou.
Oh.
Have you seen Eve's Bayou?
Yes.
All right, let's talk about Eve's Bayou for a minute. I fucking love Eve's Bayou.
This is an extraordinary piece of art.
A fantastic cast.
Yeah.
A deeply empathetic film that, like what you were saying about Friday, yeah, that movie deals with some serious dysfunction within a family.
Yeah.
But it also, it has multiple levels, because you see the amount of joy and the fun that happens on a surface level, but then you also see some of the stuff that's going on beneath that surface.
Yeah. That's what makes movies centered around family, or like movies like Soul Food. I don't know if you saw that. It shows these different layers of Black life, which makes me like proud when I'm sitting in a theater and I look around and I'm like, now you finally get to see our story. You finally get to see Black life that you shielded yourself from, or didn't think that we lived like that.
Yeah.
And which is crazy to think, but it happens, especially in smaller markets like ours. People just see one side of our existence, and it's just wild to me.
Yeah, and Eve's Bayou, because the story is told from the perspective of a child. You know, you get to have the realizations about the family as the child does. And I get chills just thinking about that movie. It also has layers of mysticism in it as well.
Yeah.
Because you've got that woman who lives down by the docks, who is, on one level she's making a living off of telling people's fortunes. But you can tell that like she's made certain decisions in her life. She really believes what she's doing, but she's also selling some people a bill of goods. And you see both the upside, the like, I'm trying to think of the right word for it, but like you see the kind of in the God, I'm having trouble putting this into words, but like you see the ways that it can be just a lark, just a fun thing to go get your palm read. You see the fun part of it, but you also see the downside to it.
Yeah.
Where this girl internalizes something that's not her fault because she believes in this thing.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
Eve's Bayou is such a complicated story.
I love magical realism.
It gives you all these interesting perspectives on the same set of events. I just love that. And Casey Lemmons did do several other movies, like The Caveman's Valentine with
that one I didn't see.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I mean.
That one has.
I'm being introduced to a lot.
That one has Sam Jackson in it. It's really good. I'd suggest it. But Casey Lemmons, similarly, she struggled to get stuff done, just because the Hollywood system is stacked against you.
Yeah.
And Tina Mabry, one more black female director I'm going to toss out there. Tina Mabry made this. She is actually, for a while there, she was connected with Ava DuVernay. She directed a bunch of Ava's episodes of Ava's TV series. But Tina Mabry made a really beautiful, family-oriented, epic story called Mississippi Damned.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this?
Mississippi Goddamn or Mississippi Damned?
Well, the song by Nina Simone is Mississippi Goddamn. The movie is Mississippi Damned.
Okay.
Have you seen Mississippi Damned?
I haven't seen Mississippi Damned.
Mississippi Damned, much like I Will Follow, is really difficult to find. It was on Netflix for like a year in the mid 2010s, and then it just disappeared. The last I checked, you couldn't even rent it anywhere.
Wow!
But it's got this fantastic cast of largely black character actors. It deals again with the joys of a family, but also the tragedies of a black family living in Mississippi. Beautiful film, needs to be seen. Another thing, I'm just going to put it out in the universe, make Mississippi Damned easier to see.
Yes.
Tina Mabry, once again, she's managed to make a bunch of things, a lot of TV, not as many movies. But she did last year, she did an adaptation, I believe it was a play called, what was the name of it? Oh, the Supremes at Earl's All You Can Eat. It's a very long title.
That's a long time. I like long titles. There's something about like when you hear a long title, you're like, this is going to be great. Usually movies with long titles are fascinating movies. I don't know what it is.
But the Supremes at Earl's All You Can Eat is worth seeing. It is streamable. It's on Hulu. Similar to Origin. And it's about a group of friends growing up in the South and their relationship over time.
Wow.
But it's basically impossible to see Tina Mabry's first film for reasons that just have nothing to do with the quality of the film.
Go and dig for these movies. A lot of these streaming channels do have sections where you can find black cinema, but it's usually
it's the same movies.
It's the same movies
over and over and over again. And a lot of them, like Spike Lee.
Spike Lee's
he's part of the pantheon.
Yeah. And you can find his work now. Ryan Coogler, you can probably find all of his. Jordan Peele, you can find all of his. I love Jordan Peele, by the way. Jordan Peele is like, I don't even know where to begin talking about Jordan Peele because
just talk.
Yeah, the guy, you think, oh, he's just comedy, and then you're like, oh, that's what's on the other side of all of the fun and all of the zaniness. Is this guy's a really deep thinker.
Yeah. And
he creates these wonderful worlds, and they're very philosophical and kind of like puzzle pieces. Very interesting style of telling a story.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, that's what he's trying to tell us.
Yeah.
You know, like what he did with Get Out and Nope. Nope was incredible. And what was the other one? Us. Us.
Yeah.
Was like, oh my goodness, that opening scene with the rabbit eye. I was like, this is gonna be fascinating. So, and then you find out what he's, and I'm not gonna spoil it because you can find these movies now on streaming. But Jordan Peele is one of my, as far as like the newer group of young filmmakers. I think Jordan Peele's gonna. He has one or two more films under his belt that are gonna blow us away. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I hope more than that.
Yeah.
Like, he deserves to be with us forever.
Yeah.
And cranking out a new movie every 3 to 4 years, which seems to be his current tempo. Mm-hmm. But and I think he's gotten better with each movie.
Yeah.
Get Out is a really great, cogent, fun, if that's the right word.
It's a dark comedy.
Yeah, it's a treatment of racism in America.
Yeah.
That is what it is. Mm-hmm. But every movie he's done, he's done what Ryan Coogler did in Sinners, mm-hmm. where on a surface level you can enjoy his movies as a kind of carnival ride.
Yeah.
But similar to Hitchcock, there's also these depths to them. Us really, I was digging what Us was doing.
Yeah, Us was great. I think I've liked all of Jordan Peele's work. I even started rewatching certain old episodes of Key and Peele, just so I can marvel at how funny he is with Keegan-Michael Key. And then go watch his movies and think, is this the same person? This is the same person. That is so fascinating to me. I'm really excited about him. So shout out to Jordan Peele. Wow.
Yeah.
But there's some exciting stuff happening with another director that I like, and it's Wallace McKelvey. So let's talk about River City Stories.
Paul, you're the king of transitions. It's like, wait, who? Tell me.
Jesus. Got him. No, we have some exciting news about our River City Stories project.
Yeah. Well, we are. I mean, we're working on finishing up the feature length. Yeah. We have some more shoots to do. Mm-hmm. We've got one more story in us that we need to wrap up. Yep. And stay tuned on that. But in the interim, we have dates. We have dates to announce. Solid dates, yes. So we are going to be showing at Zootropolis Cinema Stillhouse. Mm-hmm. Shout out to them because they showed the first hour. They've become like our second home for our home away from home. Yeah. But we're actually going to be presenting Details TBD.
Yeah.
But we've got a 2-hour time block. I'm not sure if it's going to be the full 2 hours of film, or if maybe we'll show different segments of it and then do a Q&A attached to the end. But we'll have 2-hour screenings of River City Stories on May 22nd and May 23rd from 5 to 7 p.m. at Zotropolis Cinema Stillhouse in Lancaster.
Yes. So,
and this will be through the Lancaster Fringe Festival.
Yeah. The Lancaster Fringe is the inaugural Lancaster Fringe Festival. So Fringe has been pretty good to us. From both cities, Harrisburg and now Lancaster. So thank you, Lancaster, for having us on board.
And Lancaster, they'll have even more announcements coming soon. It's similar to Harrisburg. There's going to be a mix of theatrical productions and comedy and improv and film.
Yes.
Support your local artists.
Yes.
No matter what they're doing, because this is where you get to see the most interesting stuff.
Yes. Get out and buy a bundle of tickets. I wonder if their ticketing is similar to the Harrisburg Fringe, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's why we have to go to one of those workshops to find out.
We have to go to the workshops. We have to do some legwork before.
But we have our dates.
We have our dates.
So May 22nd and 23rd in Lancaster at Zotropolis Cinema Stillhouse. And keep following us. We're River City Story on Instagram and Facebook on this magic carpet ride of an experience as we make a feature-length film that is so full of heart and
heart and grit and some comedy. I think the next batch of River City Stories are the lighter end of our storytelling. But it still has the heart and the philosophical nature of our work and our sensibilities. So I'm excited. I can't wait.
I am too. Yeah. It's going to be a busy year, 2026. Strap in, folks, but keep your heads up.
Yes.
Good things are happening.
Yes. So thank you for hanging out with us on this very wild and wacky episode of Cinema Doubles.
Shout out to everyone from M. Night Shyamalan to Ava DuVernay to Spike Lee
to Jordan Peele, Ryan Coogler, all filmmakers of color. So keep making great work that we can sit and talk about.
Yeah.
And thanks for inspiring filmmakers like Wallace and screenwriters and playwrights like myself. So, and actors, and just artists in general. So,
all the things.
Yeah.
And most importantly, be kind to each other.
Yes. And shovel your sidewalks.
Yeah, shovel your sidewalks, folks. I went ass over teacups a few times in the last couple of weeks. Seriously, folks.
Yeah.
Stay well. Bye-bye.
All right.
And cut.
Cut.